The city said you had to give up your hobby.
Well, that happened to a Bay Area collector, and then 8 on Your Side got into the game. We'll see how we got the city of Lakeland to play fair later in the newscast. Also, are these merely collectibles, or is this a business? The little guy versus the city in a real-life game. That story coming up in just a bit.
You're watching News Channel 8 on Your Side.
What would you think if someone told you your stamp collection had to go? Sound absurd? Well, we had a call from a man who's in Lakeland whose video game hobby found him on the wrong side of the law. News Channel 8's Lance Williams has the exclusive details.
Stacey, there's a guy in Lakeland named John who has a garage that's a sort of shrine to his childhood passion. Video games. The more primitive, the cornier, the better. But the city of Lakeland didn't think that John's garage was an appropriate place for his hobby. The contents of his garage are as classic as any 57 Chevy or 1757 armchair.
This is you, and there's chefs coming at it. You just throw pies at them to try to knock them out.
Food Fight, Pooyan, Tron, they're the video games of his childhood.
I mean, it's a classic video game now, which means, you know, pretty much an antique video game.
Only a true collector would talk about these things in the revered tones reserved for antiques, but John collects them with the same passion that he played them as a child.
And every time I walk by these games, it reminds me of 20 years ago when I was a kid waiting in line to play this game, and the big kids would push me out of the way, you know.
Well, the big kids are back.
Well, that's it, I guess.
Recently, the city of Lakeland came calling. They sent John this notice telling him the games are a business.
We received a complaint that there was a video game business being operated from that address and that trucks were coming and going.
Believe me, I don't want anybody touching these games. As you see, they're very sensitive to begin with, you know, because of their age.
The notice told John, game over, clean out the garage. The fact that he has business equipment, is that what the violation is?
That's the violation at this point.
So, by the letter of the law, if you collect some sort of business equipment, say old payphones or old Coke machines or, heaven forbid, a coin-operated jukebox, and the city of Lakeland found out about it, you could find yourself on the wrong side of the law.
I've never seen anybody there playing video games.
It's not as if people are trucking in and trucking out video games.
No.
It's not a nuisance.
No, not at all.
John's next-door neighbor understands his passion. She collects baskets.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'd be very happy. Tell me to get rid of my collectibles.
Yeah, it's not shooting right. But
John thought of calling an attorney, but first he called us. The city of Lakeland now says the games can stay. This time, the big kids aren't pushing back. And the city of Lakeland wants John to send them a notice promising that none of those machines are for sale and stating that he is just a collector. John figures that he has at least 75 of the machines. Stacey?
Lance, I was looking for you to try one there, and if you want to know more about the art of collecting video games, you can log on to News Channel 8's website at WFLA.com.